All across the planet, humanity is building the impossible. From bridges that move like living creatures to towers that twist and breathe with the wind. We are living in an age where imagination has turned into infrastructure. What was once fantasy is now steel, glass, and energy. Stay until the end, because number 1 will completely change how you see the future of engineering. These are the 8 engineering marvels you won't believe are real. 8. The Rolling Bridge, London, UK. In the heart of London's Paddington Basin sits a bridge that seems ordinary at first. A quiet curved walkway across the canal. Then, as the clock strikes noon, it begins to move. 8 steel segments rise gracefully, one by one, curling up into a perfect metallic circle. Crowds gather every day to watch the rolling bridge, designed by Thomas Heatherwick, perform its silent ballet. Hydraulic pistons power the motion, folding the entire structure into itself, like origami made of iron. When boats need to pass, the bridge rolls away. When they're gone, it unfurls again, bridging worlds apart. It's not just engineering, it's choreography in steel. Each segment moves in perfect synchronization, transforming an everyday structure into a living piece of art. While London's bridge bends and folds like poetry, another marvel halfway across the world is twisting the sky itself. 7. The Rotating Tower, Dubai, UAE. In Dubai, ambition isn't measured in height, it's measured in motion. Soon, the city will unveil the dynamic rotating tower, a skyscraper that never looks the same twice. Designed by David Fisher, this 420-meter building is made of 80 independent floors, each capable of rotating a full 360 degrees. Residents will literally watch the sunrise from their bedroom and the sunset from their living room, without leaving home. Hidden between floors are wind turbines and solar panels, generating enough electricity to power the entire tower and even feed energy back into the grid. Each level moves at its own pace. A complete rotation can take an hour or just 15 minutes, creating a constantly shifting silhouette against the desert sky. From afar, it looks alive, a tower breathing, shimmering, and turning endlessly in the sun. For the first time in history, architecture will not stand still. It will move with time itself. And while Dubai's marvel spins among the clouds, France built one that seems to float above them. 6. The Millau Viaduct, France. And suddenly, the road disappears into the sky. Suspended above the Tarn Valley, the Millau Viaduct stretches like a silver blade cutting through the clouds. At 343 meters, it's taller than the Eiffel Tower, the highest bridge in the world. Its 7 slender pylons anchor a deck that floats through mist so thick that drivers sometimes cross above the clouds while the valley sleeps in shadow below. Designed by Michel Verlogeux and Norman Foster, the bridge can flex and sway up to 3 meters with the wind. Its aerodynamic deck slices through storms. Its cables hum like strings in a steel symphony. Building it was one of the greatest logistical challenges in Europe's history. Assembled from both sides of a canyon and joined in the center within a margin of 1 centimeter. Today, travelers describe crossing it as flying. It's more than a bridge. It's humanity's quiet triumph over gravity itself. But while France built a path through the clouds, China decided to build one above entire cities. 5. The Sky Highway of Chongqing, China. If you look down from a drone above Chongqing, China, the highway below looks like a metallic labyrinth spiraling through the air. This is the Huangjuewen Interchange, a 5-level network of ramps, bridges, and loops that twist and climb like strands of DNA. 15 exits, 20 ramps, and 30,000 tons of steel interlock in perfect balance. It took engineers 8 years to construct and millions of data points to simulate traffic flow. But here's the genius. It works flawlessly. Artificial intelligence monitors every lane in real time, predicting bottlenecks before they happen and adjusting signals dynamically. At night, thousands of LED lights trace its spiraling paths, transforming the interchange into a glowing vortex visible from space. Drivers call it the Sky Highway. It's not chaos, it's precision disguised as art. And while China engineered order and complexity, Denmark turned pollution into beauty. 4. The Copenhagen Waste-to-Energy Tower, Denmark. In Copenhagen, engineers built a power plant that doubles as a mountain. The Copenhagen Waste-to-Energy Tower burns city waste to generate electricity for 150,000 homes, while releasing almost zero emissions. But that's not the miracle. The miracle is what's on its roof. A 400-meter artificial ski slope where locals ski all year round. Right above the furnaces, climbers scale the 85-meter wall on the side, and hikers trek along green trails winding through alpine trees and wildflowers. At the summit sits a cafe overlooking the city, powered by the very garbage people throw away. Filters capture nearly all pollutants. Even the smoke rising from the chimney is purified water vapor. Copenhagen has turned industry into recreation, pollution into progress, and waste into wonder. It's a statement. Sustainability can be thrilling. And while Denmark made energy fun, China decided to stretch engineering beyond imagination itself. 3. The Danyang-Kunshan Grand Bridge, China. Across the vast plains between Shanghai and Nanjing stretches a line so long it seems infinite. This is the Danyang-Kunshan Grand Bridge, the longest bridge ever built, an astonishing 165 kilometers of elevated track and roadway. It crosses rivers, lakes, rice fields, and cities, supported by more than 10,000 concrete pillars, each engineered to withstand earthquakes and typhoons. From above, it looks like a silver thread connecting two worlds. Built in only 4 years by 500 engineers and 10,000 workers, the bridge was assembled like a jigsaw puzzle of prefabricated sections. It's so strong that it can resist magnitude 8 earthquakes, yet so smooth that high-speed trains glide across it silently. It's not just the longest bridge. It's the spine of a nation in motion. And while China stretches the horizon horizontally, Japan's engineers are reaching for the heavens. 2. The Shimizu Megacity Pyramid, Japan, Tokyo, a metropolis bursting at the seams, running out of room to grow. So Japanese engineers imagined the unimaginable, a city built upward instead of outward. The Shimizu Megacity Pyramid is a proposed structure so vast it could house 1 million people within its walls. 2 kilometers tall, 14 kilometers wide, made entirely of carbon nanotube triangles stronger than steel, but lighter than aluminum. Inside, floating residential modules would hang like lanterns suspended in the air. Solar panels and algae reactors would power the ecosystem. Magnetic pods would carry people vertically at 370 km/h. The structure could survive earthquakes, typhoons, and even tsunamis, flexing instead of breaking. If completed, it would dwarf every building on Earth. The first true arcology, a self-contained city in the sky. Engineers call it a home for the 22nd century. And while Japan dreams of living above the clouds, Australia dreams of harnessing them. 1. The Solar Updraft Tower, Australia. In the Australian desert, sunlight hits the ground with brutal force. Enough energy to power entire nations. So engineers decided to capture it in a way no one had ever tried. The Solar Updraft Tower is a 1 kilometer tall chimney surrounded by a glass greenhouse several kilometers wide. Sunlight heats the air trapped beneath the glass. The hot air rises through the tower, spinning turbines that generate electricity day and night. At sunset, the ground releases stored heat, keeping the air currents moving, creating continuous power without fuel, smoke, or noise. One tower could supply electricity for 200,000 homes indefinitely, using nothing but air and light. No batteries, no pollution, just the breath of the planet itself turned into energy. If successful, entire deserts could become living power stations, endless engines of clean electricity stretching to the horizon. It's not science fiction. Construction is underway. The Solar Updraft Tower may become the first power plant that breathes. And with it, humanity will have finally learned how to make the Earth itself part of the machine. From bridges that roll like living creatures, to towers that twist with the wind, from roads that spiral through the sky to pyramids that could house entire cities. These engineering marvels prove that imagination is humanity's greatest material. Every one of them began as a sketch on paper, dismissed as impossible. Yet here they stand, massive, elegant, and alive. We are no longer just building structures. We're building stories in steel and dreams in glass. Because behind every skyscraper, every bridge, every tower, there's a single heartbeat, The human drive to turn ideas into reality, to reach higher, to build stronger, to shape the impossible into the everyday. So the next time someone says, "It can't be done," remember these wonders. And remember, we're not just constructing the future, we're engineering it. Which of these marvels amazed you the most? Would you dare to live in a city inside a pyramid or cross a bridge above the clouds? Tell us in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories about the inventions shaping our world, because what once seemed impossible is already standing.